Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are gonna be doing a very nice mod. This is gonna be super practical for the car and I've been waiting to do this for a long time as well. This thing that I'm gonna be installing today is gonna be super nice and it's gonna help my driving a lot. So let me show you guys what I got. Check this out. I got this thing. This is an external tachometer that I got off AliExpress. It cost me around 17 euros. This is gonna help my driving a bit. As you can see, my Micra didn't come with a tachometer from factory, so by adding an aftermarket unit, well, it's gonna help a lot. So by adding this thing, I'll be able to see revs, and you know, the interior will look much cooler as well. This is gonna make my car a bit more street-like, I'd say, you know, like a 90s street car in Japan. If we look closer, it has shift lights, it revs up to 8k RPM. I mean, just look at this view here. As you can see, it comes with, well, all the necessary wires, and we also have instructions. So, right, let's get right into it. So, this is pretty easy, right? All you have to do is, just like last week when we installed the bulbs, we removed this little bezel around here. So, I'm just gonna do that. Just like that. Now we have full exposure to the cluster. There we go. And the cluster is out, as you can see here. So what we are going to be doing now is, as you can see here, here's the connector for the whole thing. And we are actually going to be, well, we are going to be using the wires from this thing to the tachometer. As you can see, it's, well, covered by some sort of tape. So we are going to be removing this, and then we're going to be splicing the wires so it hooks up to this thing. Now, I believe that the wire is going to be different on, for example, a pre-facelift Micra versus my facelift Micra. I have the first facelift. There are the first facelift and the second facelift. So do keep in mind that the wires can be different depending on your model. I have successfully gotten everything working. So instead of showing you guys the whole progress, I'll just show you how the wires are set up and how I did everything. It's much more efficient to just show you guys how I did it instead of just showing step by step and everything, you know. And as you guys can see, the whole thing is, yeah, there are a bunch of wires. And it's pretty simple, right? So we have red, power supply, 12 volt. Yellow is the backlight. Then we have the green for RPM signal. And the black, well, it's the ground power supply. So let's start with the RPM. I feel like that's the most important thing to know. And that's the thing people tend to have issues with. As you can see, it comes out here. And then it goes into this connector here. These are like just connectors that you just, you know, you put in the wires. And then you just put these clips on and it's connected. This red wire actually goes right into the engine bay. So it goes behind the stereo, all the way down here. And as you can see, the red wire goes straight into the firewall. Down there is the little hole. So it goes behind the intake manifold, into here. I've used another connector, and I'm gonna be taping all of this up to protect it from water and all that. I used this connector, put the red wire in, and then I paired, as you can see, with this green and black wire, which runs straight into the dizzy, as you can see here. And this is actually what gives the RPM signal. You just tap right into this wire here, connect the red one, or whatever color you have, and then you're done. Now, this isn't the ideal way to connect wires, I know, so I'm gonna be fixing that in the future. I just want to get everything working. Moving on to the next wire, we of course have this black one here, and this is for ground. So what you do, you use this black ground wire from the tachometer straight into the black cluster wire, which is the ground for the cluster. Moving along, we have this one. As you can see, it's red and yellow, and the red one is, this is what gives power. So by looking at this, on my 1999 Micra Dizzy engine, as you can see here, the wire is yellow. So the 12 volt is yellow on my car, and it connects to the red wire on the tachometer. Now, moving along to the last one, we have yellow, backlight power supply. So the yellow wire coming from the tachometer. So by tracing this, as you can see here, we come across this connector here. As you can see, it's red and white, which means that on my K11, backlight is red and white. And that's it. It really isn't harder than that. So what we will be doing now is we will be putting everything back together, connect everything, and then I'm gonna be showing you guys how this thing works. And yeah, it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see how this thing looks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. It doesn't look super flashy on camera, but in real life it's super glowy. Like, the whole thing is bright blue. And it sort of comes off as white on the video, but it's actually super vibrant. I love this. As you can see, it responds when I do rev the car. Yeah, I have my retro stereo, I have my new tachometer, and I have my, of course, LED bulbs in the cluster. It is starting to take shape. I mean, take a look at this. Yeah, 90s street car. Side profile, very nice. And to think that this whole thing cost me 17 euros. I'm super happy with this. Check this out. Shift light comes on. That's awesome. And yeah, we're done with this video. This has been super fun to install, and I didn't show you guys the whole process, of course. It can be very tedious if you haven't done this before. It isn't super hard. If I can do it, someone that has no prior mechanic experience, you know, you can do it as well. Just make sure that, well, you have the proper tools, disconnect your battery, and yeah, don't do stupid stuff. Pretty cool, right? Since I'm gonna be tracking this car, this is a perfect upgrade. I will be going to the track this next year, so do expect a lot of track content as well. I'm gonna be pushing this little car to the limit. But yeah, super happy with this. Like, it's insane that something so cheap actually works that well, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something if you're planning to do this to your own Micra. And if you have any questions, comment below. I answer every single question. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We recently passed 200 subs, so we're just gonna keep pushing, right? And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Bye.